Dexter, Noodles, how are you, gentlemen? Nice to see you.
Doing good.
Yeah. Where are you right now? That is a pretty swank little setup you have.
Star Studio in Huntington Beach. We did some wall treatment so it looks nice for these Zoom meetings.
Yeah, no kidding. Me too. Oprah designed this. I have no idea what this is, but
nice.
it's none of mine.
I thought it's very neat. Very neat.
It looks a little Georgia O'Keeffe, as well.
Okay.
Yeah, running from our homeland. This is me. I mean, I decorated all of this. Doesn't it look exactly like me?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know you well enough, Brad, but I'm starting to get a picture.
Yeah. I think what my Zoom background tells you is I love TJ Maxx. It feels really at home for me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so excited about this. I mean, this is for guys like me. I mean, this is an honor. I know the question has got to be really annoying at this point. Why did it take so long? Where's the Offspring been? But I feel like the better question is did you think you were ever coming back? With everything that's going on in the world, did it feel like this was ever possible again?
I mean, yeah. We're primarily a hopeful group of people. And we've been working on this record the whole time. It did take, it's the longest break we've had in between records. We had nobody cracking the whip. We finished our record deal on the last record. The next one was just up to us to do at our leisure, as they say.
Yes.
But we have been working the whole time and knew eventually we would have something really, really good to give to the fans. I think we finally got there.
And the whole time's been there in California. The whole quarantine experience has been in California.
Well, for the last year, yeah. Before that, we tour 4 months out of every year at least. We're on the road quite a bit, and throughout the year too, not just summer. In summer we usually are always doing a tour in North America and then also in Europe. But then we also travel around the world, other parts of the year as well.
Yeah, I'll talk about that here in a second because the tour schedule in 2021 on the backside of quarantine is really interesting. But I saw something that Dexter said a while back, and I forgive me if I don't know when or where this was, but I saw a quote where you said you guys saw Nirvana and said we may not be that far off the pulse. I may be getting the quote wrong a little bit, but you saw Nirvana and it may not be that far off. I wonder now 30 some odd years into this, where do you think the pulse is now?
Right. Well, first off, I certainly would never mean to compare us to Nirvana. They're a great band and everything. I think what I said was when we saw that video for Smells Like Teen Spirit on MTV, the way they filmed that video, it looked like a punk show. It looked like shows that we've been to and played. And that in that sense, I felt like, wow, this is not that far off from what bands like us are doing.
Watching them smash their equipment on Saturday Night Live was another example of that.
Yeah. The pulse now, country music. We're way off. We completely diverged.
I was thinking whispering when you
whispering.
Sing. Oh,
whispering. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, do I have
and I like that stuff. I really do. I kind of, a lot of my favorite artists right now are very quiet singers.
We're not sure how to whisper in punk rock. I'm not sure.
It wouldn't work. I don't think it would work.
It's a new angle.
Very, very close to the microphone.
I hate the cops. my mom doesn't understand me.
Defund the police? Very strange.
Yeah.
I love that because it doesn't feel to me like there's going to be like a Offspring Billie Eilish sync anytime soon. It may not work out very well.
You never know. I'm
actually
a big fan of Billie Eilish. I think she's rad, very talented kid. So,
but are you guys getting on TikTok anytime soon? Are you going to be doing a TikTok dance?
What is
video?
that?
We have a TikTok account, believe it or not.
Do you really?
I know we do. Yeah.
A lot of 5-year-olds like us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of our biggest demographics.
Yeah. It's a scary world. Like I never felt like a dad with the VCR than when, somebody hands me a TikTok. I don't know what I'm doing with this. This is a very strange world. You got this pandemic, and it has, for me, felt like we've all been engaged with comfort food again. whatever makes us feel safe, whatever made us feel okay about ourselves again. And I wonder if that's driving a lot of the 90s nostalgia. You're seeing so many
Interesting.
these 90s and early aughts, superstars, pop back up into the nomenclature. I wonder if that's what it is. I wonder if it's a little bit of the quarantine pandemic thing.
I think 90s rock and vodka have really gained a lot of
yes
my love language
last year.
Yeah.
Interesting. I never thought about that, but I think people are kind of, I don't know. The pandemic has changed things in so many ways, and people are reacting to being just alienated in a lot of different ways.
Remember the good old days with Limp Bizkit? That's what I.
That's what people are. That's what the pandemic made him thinking, I guess. Right?
Man, nothing makes me want to draw a bath more and put on a pasta like a sweet Limp Bizkit song, honey.
Yeah.
Talk about some romance.
I get it.
Yeah. When you take all this time off and you look back onto a pretty storied career, is there a time, and I've asked this a lot from a lot of bands, is there a time you look back and you find a song, you're like, let's just use this? Something you probably never put out, and it could still work today, and it's 30 years old, like, this still works.
Sometimes you'll use parts of things. Actually, in Hassan Chop, there's a guitar breakdown that is kind of from something that we did 35 years ago. It took us 35 years to get it just right.
Yeah, sure.
The rest of the song's all brand new, but that one part is old. Sometimes there's something you have kind of working, you never really did kind of get it to gel and come into turn into something good, but it's still kind of rolling around in there. You never know when you might revisit that, and actually it changes quite a bit, but you could turn that into something. I think Coming For You was a song that actually changed quite a bit from its original inception into the final product.
So you're saying, like, the longer you go, the more history you have to draw little bits from, right?
So you can. You don't have to, because like
eventually we won't have to write it all.
Oh, it's just it's just pretty much
put stuff together.
It's kind of like AI.
AI.
You put it all in the data bank. You put it all in the data bank. It's all there. All you got to do is
hit a button.
And it all pops out.
It's perfect. I've got a friend named Lord Taco who created a Twitter bot who just repurposes words that he's previously tweeted and made them into new tweets. He doesn't have to do anything. Every hour, it just tweets for him. You could do that. It's just an auto Offspring generator. It's just boom, Offspring song.
Yeah.
I asked that mainly because I was watching this Prince documentary, and he was saying how he wasn't saying people were saying actually it wasn't a documentary, it was 60 Minutes, it turns out, and they were talking to his estate saying when he wrote something, it's done. He doesn't ever want to talk to it again. He doesn't ever want to think about it again. It's back there. That's why there's just hundreds and hundreds of product in his vault. And it always made me think, like, well, why? I mean, you've got all this work right here. If you need an album, just walk into the vault and pick something off the shelf and listen to it with some fresh ears and maybe put some, new eyes on it. And all of a sudden, boom, you might have something there, no?
Yeah, I mean, songs are written differently. Some of our songs happen pretty quickly, and sometimes you really do go, I really like that part, but I never like the other part, so I kind of just put it away for a while, and you revisit stuff. So, and that happens with us sometimes.
Well, the other thing too is when you hear a song, let's just say you're just come out and play, massive hit, one of the biggest hits of an entire decade, right? What if like one of your songs, like I was always just okay with that, and you go back and try to redo it? Has that ever happened before? And like, I like the new version better than what we did with it forever ago.
We recorded an old song, Gone Away, for this record, so we did kind of a piano version of that.
But that's, I think, but I was thinking more on the last record we redid Dirty Magic. And that was kind of like, because we never thought, it was on Ignition, one of our lesser known records. And we thought, man, it's such a great song. It never did get its due, notice. But then it didn't get its due notice on the last record either. So maybe that one, and a lot of the fans prefer the older version. They say, but I think this is a different thing, the Gone Away thing, because we really did revisit it in a very different way. We're not covering up the vocals with heavy guitar, bass, and drums on this version of it. It's really stripped down. And this song, Gone Away, has touched our fans probably in ways more deeper than anything else we've done. It may not be people's favorite Offspring song, but it does touch people in a way that no other Offspring song does. So I think we kind of nailed it this way, and it was a fair thing to. It was different than the way we did Gone Away.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you a story about J.D. Salinger?
So no, tell me.
So they asked him, like, of course he wrote Catcher in the Rye, one of those famous books of all time, in the 50s, I think, right? And they asked him like 10 years later, do you ever go back to that book and wish you had done something different, right? It kind of reminded me of your question. Mm-hmm. And he said, I've gone back and it's killed me. Like, oh my God, I want to redo that chapter. I want to change things. He goes, but I realize that there's something about the awkwardness or the flaws or the things that I would change that I didn't, that give it the character and make it the book it is. So it's best to kind of let things be what they are. I think there's some truth to that for sure.
For sure.
Fascinating. I mean, you hit.
So basically, we're J.D. Salinger is what I'm trying to say.
Nirvana and J.D. Salinger.
We're the J.D. Salinger of rock music.
Punk rock. Yeah. And that could be your headline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the tweet now. I am really excited about the tour. I'll be honest with you. It is remarkable how much you guys still work. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, you guys don't need to, but it just shows you how much you love this. How much you guys literally put out as a live product every single year. I hope it eventually comes to New Orleans. I hope you come back and say hi to a beautiful theater somewhere downtown in New Orleans.
Yeah, I would love to. And I said it's my favorite, one of my favorite cities in the world. It absolutely is. Brought my family there on vacation. Walking my 10-year-old son down Bourbon Street, and really it was an education for him.
Sure.
And he's not ever going to forget. And, I mean,
it's like this. It's like the time Dad taught me to smoke.
Totally. Yeah. My daughter was just 21 at the time, and
you're a sentimental guy.
Going to the absinthe bar with my daughter when she was 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope that's where it stops. I hope there's no more kids.
Yeah, no, then I took her to Rick's Cabaret.
Yeah.
I didn't go into Rick's Cabaret with my daughter.
Rick's? What's Rick's? Oh,
Keg stands with Dad. Dad. Never forget.
I would recommend it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see you guys, and it's a pleasure not a pleasure. It really is an honor to meet both of you. I mean, this is punk rock royalty, and as a 10, 12-year-old kid who thought he was really, really hardcore, and was going to go to a Deftones show at 16. I thought I was it. I thought I had the punk thing, garage band thing going. I did not do that. I couldn't do it. But you guys were right there in the pantheon of the rock world. So it's an honor to talk to both of you, and I thank you for taking a little bit of your time out for us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I hope to see you soon.
Fingers crossed, man.
Yeah.